Hi there, it's currently April 24th, 2018. Thank you so much for subscribing to this channel. I very much appreciate it. And we are going to be using my ancient tarot cards. As well, I'm going to also pull up my angel tarot card deck by Doreen Virtue and Renee Valentine. So first, let's pull a couple from there. I feel like there's someone watching in particular that may have a little bit of anxiety. And so if you work with in the angelic realms, calling upon Archangel Michael may be helpful because he really helps with protection, and I feel like we're really working with some protective energies today, meaning we want to draw any energy that's going on within our crown chakra, meaning anything that's affecting us spiritually. We want to pull that energy out, and we either want to give that to Archangel Michael, or we want to feel very, very like earth-like, meaning we want to feel very centered and grounded. And when I'm explaining earth-like, I mean we actually want to like dig our hands into the ground, into the earth, so like sand or soil, gardening. Or we want to actually like be in our bare feet, with our feet like in water or planted, also in like wet grass or something like that. So anything that really like wakes our bodies up to alert us or help us become more aware that our bodies need to be awake and alert. So that's why it's so important that we get fresh air and that sort of thing. Now, it was an absolute gorgeous day yesterday, and it's supposed to be a gorgeous day today as well. So when we have fear and worry energy, it really doesn't serve anyone, okay? So everybody has a different opinion on a lot of the things that I do, or just like a lot of things that you probably think and believe. So it's kind of like to each their own, right? And if you watch my weekly reading for this week, that's exactly what we're talking about. I'm a different person than you are. And so as I've been learning and educating myself, and working with people that believe in this stuff, and then working with people that don't believe in this stuff, you certainly like learn a lot about people, I guess, and life. So it's been an amazing journey, and I think sometimes we learn that life is just a bunch of ups and downs, and when we start to get used to that and we become familiar with it, it gets a heck of a lot easier, because we're like, oh well, I'm not surprised that this happened, and I was almost like expecting something to happen. So you, rather than living in a state of stress, it's like the opposite. It's like I'm relaxed and start to chill out and start to trust and go with the flow. So there's someone that's even watching that I feel like in terms of their throat, when I even say it's important to trust, they may even clench up around trying to trust. So just acknowledging what triggers as the truth for you. And if there's something that resonates as the truth for you, that's great. And if it doesn't, that's completely okay as well. So, and we're just trying to learn how to work on fear and worry and any insecurities as well today that we have within ourselves. So I feel like when we're trying to relax, repeating the words peace, love, and harmony today, okay? We have an upside down 7 of air. I'm feeling a little bit emotional. There may be some depression energy, some sadness, and again, probably related to some of this like nervous tension that I was talking about this week, or any suppressed energies, meaning you can't express how you feel or you're struggling with trust. Okay, so when it comes to our difficulties and that sort of thing, we really always want to put a positive spin on stuff. So if you are in an abusive situation, or you're in a relationship that you don't want to be, anything like that, sometimes it is in your best interest to not tell everybody about that and just pretend like everything's okay until we're in a situation where we can be in positive energy, okay? So what I'm saying is like you're trusting in the universe, but you're also choosing to be around honest and trustworthy and positive people when you go and share what's going on in your life, right? So I think that's the kind of catch-22 with some people, is like you say to trust, but then I do, and then I get hurt, or something like that would be an example. But the issue is like you need to be around positive and trustworthy people. So as we shift that within ourselves, we'll start hanging out with people like that. But until we choose that for ourselves, we may constantly be surrounded by people who aren't necessarily trustworthy. So look within yourself and look a little deeper within you and ask yourself the question, am I truly happy? And am I a sincere person? Like, who am I? And then when you start reflecting within that and you start, everything in your life starts reflecting who that person is, that's when things will get better. So the trusting part of things is letting go of logic and trusting the intuition, okay? Trusting your heart, what your heart's telling you. So, I just think that music will be very therapeutic for some people, and I'm even having a little bit of pain around my eyes. So we can have so much stress or confusion or things going on in our heads that it can be internal abuse as well. We can be abusing ourselves, so we could be judging ourselves. Just know that we can cause stress and tension all by ourselves, just by the things that we're thinking about, okay? So be mindful of that. I also do facial reflexology, so if you're a person that carries tension, headaches, that sort of thing, if you live locally, I can work on some of that stuff for you, because sometimes we do need that physical pressure to help relieve some of that tense stress. All right, so then we have Queen of Air, so we're learning, like this is learning for you. So just acknowledge that you're in a learning curve right now, and that's completely okay. And you don't have to believe in everything I do and say, and that's the beauty of this stuff. It's like, I'm all about, like, I watch all kinds of people and I love it because it's what I'm passionate about and that's what I'm interested in. It's just like I take a little bit here and I take a little bit there. Like, I'll get healing from someone and then I'll get healing from someone else. So it's a learning to just like, going back to trusting and going with the flow, okay? Trust what's going on within yourselves. So yeah, even sequences. So if you're into patterns, and design and that sort of thing, I feel like today's going to be like an amazing day for you. So just trust your instincts on that. And I also feel like if you're a creative person, it's a very good day for that. So, and keeping in mind, like, athletics is a form of creativity, and I keep bringing that up because I feel like there's someone who needs to hear that, as well as pleasure and pain. That's coming up. So sometimes we have a hard time with understanding what pleasure is versus what pain is. And so, treating your body and yourself with respect is really important, okay? So just learning more about how to treat yourselves better, all right? Very important. I'm going to be doing a topic on Thursday night on my Facebook page. Every day I'm trying to do a video now, but in the evening on a Thursday, I'll be talking about something. And I'm feeling really guided into talking about pain, and I think pleasure will be involved in there because I think people are a little bit confused on pain, because we all have different interpretations of pain, and time was another topic I wanted to do. Knight of Fire is saying solutions to problems are good, even me talking about the headaches, just understanding that a headache doesn't mean it's related to, like, your head, okay? So just learning the difference between that and knowing that we can cause ourselves pain by our emotions, okay, and our thoughts. So I don't think people realize that that we're actually doing physical damage to ourselves as well, all right? And the other thing too is, like, it's so easy to get ourselves upset over nothing as well, like in our minds. So just acknowledging when it comes to health that age has nothing to do with your health, all right? I think that's really important to hear. And rosemary is also coming up. So herbs, natural, earthy, wearing earthy tones, working with earthy tones today is another good thing, as well as astrology is also coming up. So I feel like we're maybe in some Aquarius and Aries energy. So we're working with learning to let go of what isn't serving us, as well as working on strength and learning, okay? learning how to deal with the difficulties. So a leap of faith, follow your dreams, unexpected opportunities, a dreamer. Making decisions is coming up. And again, I do personal reading, so I can help you a little bit more with some decision making. Another thing that's coming up may be forgiveness, because sometimes we have tendencies to say things that we don't mean. And so just making sure that you're forgiving other people as well as yourself, all right? So you're never less than, you're always the same as everybody else in the world, and that we're all interconnected. And when you realize that, that can take a lot of pressure off you and also teach you to not think that you're better or less than anyone else, all right? I did a video on my Facebook page about pressure, and you may find that that would be helpful. And I'm not very familiar with like Facebook and how that works, but I feel like you can just go into my videos and scroll back to some of those and just check them out. So for some reason this is separated, okay? So it could be if you were feeling connected to any of those, that will make sense to you. And then we're going to switch it up. And if these make any sense to you, these are grouped together, okay? So it may be that that was one situation and then this is another. And I also didn't do a reading on Sunday, and for some reason I feel like saying this could be related to Sunday. And so I guess it's just also learning to trust that everything takes care of itself, all right? Because maybe that was a lesson for me, because it's like, oh no, I didn't do my daily reading on Sunday and I was busy. And then for some reason this is going to be related, okay? So we have the Empress, so the number 3, so talking about having fun and creativity. So I feel like these cards are a little bit more optimistic. Lavish abundance, give birth to your dreams, nurture yourself and others. Archangel Gabriel. I'm not predicting the future, and we're still talking about the here and now energy. So although I was bringing up Sunday and although I'm bringing up today and some futuristic stuff, we're still dealing with here and now energy, okay? And I think that may confuse people because, yes, I do like readings, and we talk about, sometimes it's futuristic stuff, and sometimes it's past related, but a lot of it is just I give intuitive messages and guidance for what you need to hear in the moment, if that makes sense, okay? So that's why I say it's the here and now. You're getting messages that you need to hear now. And then there's also like somebody that's watching that I feel like is kind of negative, and I felt that way in my reading yesterday as well. So I think it's important to acknowledge, even if you're watching these videos, that you're receiving the information appropriately, okay? So if it's not like your thing, then it doesn't mean you have to watch, okay? So just keeping that in mind. I talked about that in my Facebook video today as well. It's like you choose to come on here, you choose to listen, and that sort of thing, all right? So just keeping that in mind. And really good also to follow through with your thoughts and ideas, okay? If you say that you want to do something, then just continue doing that. It's also, I feel like I needed to hear that message because of if there's any like fear energy, we need to just really, again, put out what we want. So think about what you want and then go and do it. So it goes back into my judgment video as well on Facebook. For those who have watched, it's like talking about just our thought process and that we have to think positively, but then take action steps on that positive energy. Otherwise, it can become negative. This is 10 of Earth is talking about entrepreneurial energy. So if you want to work for yourselves, that sort of thing, this is a great day to set sail. And Kickstart is also coming up. I don't know much about Kickstart, but that's also coming up. So get a great an internship is also coming up. I know someone that's doing that, and freelance writing, that sort of thing. So just educate your minds. That's really coming through. All right. And I'm just hearing trust, trust, trust over and over. And now I'm feeling that feeling around my throat again. So trust that your words are important and that you can express yourself, all right? So don't doubt yourself when it comes to your abilities. The Lovers card, Archangel Raphael, intimate relationships, carefully weigh your decisions, good health. My eyes are bothering me, so again, a little bit of tension in the head. Self-expression is what is going to like heal you. It's what's going to clear you, it's what's going to free you, and it's going to allow abundance in your life. So if you choose that, you will be, I feel like 100% happy, and you won't apologize for doing it. Okay, so I think that's really maybe words of encouragement and positive reinforcement to keep going with something that you maybe weren't sure about. Maybe I wonder, how did I ever get into this career? It's very unique, and I love it, and I wouldn't change it for the world. But there are times where I'm kind of like, wow, this is so interesting. Especially when I'm just dealing with like every type of all walks of life, right? And it teaches us so many things to, especially not to judge, because talking about everybody being on the same, like, we're all in different types of energies, but we're all equal. And so it's interesting because I may be one way and you are the other, and that fascinates me how different each single individual is. And when we realize that, we're like, wow, there is a lot to learn about life. It's very eye-opening. So I'm hoping that you're getting something also from that when you start working more with individuals and working with people that are different than you. We can always learn something from the people that are in our lives. So rather than judging them for the fact that they're different, start looking at, what can I learn from this person that they have that I don't? And then maybe there's something that we could talk about, that we could get something from the conversation. Your wish comes true, concerns fade away, a love of life, 9 of water. So, trusting in your ability to manage your own stress, I feel like, is coming up. Because I feel like there's a foundation that you're building for yourselves, and that's where some of the stress is coming from. So sometimes there are things, like there is good stress. And in my video where I talk about pressure, I kind of say that because it's all about balance, right? And it's, I've been talking so much about ego being, like ego this and ego that, and intuition is amazing and that sort of thing. But it's okay to like money. It's okay to want money. So it's more around our motives, right? Like, why are we doing something? If we're doing something based on because we love it and because we want to do it and it makes us feel good and it helps other people for whatever reason, and then money comes in, that's great. So it's okay to want like both of those things. So just acknowledging like money is not evil, right? It's a resource for us, but it's just understanding money a little on a deeper level. Because I feel like some people are going through a career shift where they may not make as much money, or they may be changing a job because they want more money. So just acknowledge, just trust in your intuition, what comes through with that message as well. So just making sure that there isn't any fear coming through when I'm talking about that, because if there is, maybe there's something going on within yourself in terms of like your motives, in terms of like what you're doing for work, right? And trust in your own abilities. That's really coming up, okay? So trust and have confidence within yourselves. And that is also related to the creativity and having more fun. So just trust. Awesome. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this. A very unique reading. Take care and have an awesome day. Bye.